Cloud is a buzzword that's just floating around. What is it really? Is it that you're building a new platform and you want to explore that? Do you feel like you scale way too slow right now? Cloud does those, I suppose. And it essentially gives you a data center that's more agile. It can scale. It provides applications and services at the tip of your fingers. It can give you a quick proof of concept and minimize your cost of failure. What does that really mean? It gives you the ability to innovate quickly. Okay, so what else does it do? Does it lower my cost of doing business? Probably not. And I wouldn't even recommend it thinking about it like that. I would say think of cloud initiatives as a modernization strategy where you connect your business offerings with your technology, where the technical debt is realized and the cost of innovation is understandable. So, what does that really mean? Um, think about it like this. Historically, you have a data center. You have a monolithic in this data center. All of the services are being jumbled together. One item requires you to have this service that goes into that item, that goes into that item, that goes into that item. And really, there's no good way to understand the cost of storage, the processing power that's required to do that task, or to perform a service. But with cloud, you can really gauge exactly what you're being used, what you're being charged for, what the load is, what the throttle is that's needed, what speed, what storage cost, and just generally what overall cost there is to perform those services. So as far as innovation goes, you can define it now better. Think about business initiatives. In order to create the business's initiative is all on paper, but you need to create a proof of concept. You create the technological proof of concept and you can test. When you have cloud, you can iterate. You can become closer to the customer. You can test again. You can create that minimally viable product. Test again. And now you've become a little bit closer to the customer where you understand when and where the customer is buying your product and for what cost. So together you should be able to equate what cost of revenue should bring in. And for the first time, there's transparency. So I've heard people say that now because of cloud, marketing is closer to product, finance is closer to product. And those are really important because in order to build good product, you have to be close to the customer. You have to know exactly how much it costs. The marketing perspective in that is when will a customer buy it? And then the financial side of that is, okay, so we now have a cost to this new product. How much money are we going to be making? And how can we pitch it and how can we make it better? But it's not always that easy, right? That's only creating a new product and that's if you're cloud native. Legacy systems to the cloud is much harder. Typically, you need some type of hybrid strategy. I usually recommend you go ahead and start building cloud native, whatever applications you can in the cloud, and then start that transformation journey. Lift and shift often can happen, but you first need to decompose that monolith where it makes sense into microservices and then move it into the public cloud. So three swim lanes, some type of data center strategy. You need to modernize those legacy system against decomposing and then build cloud native, anything you can. And not necessarily those three swim lanes in any particular order. I would say probably actually the reverse. This way you can refactor and lower the total cost of change. And that's how you modernize in order to minimize viable refactoring and optimize continuous improvement and deliver using the cloud.